Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today it's a wonderful day and I have a fantastic car, probably one of the best sporty car that you can buy on the market today in 2025. This is about Porsche 911. This is the facelift, the T hybrid. It's an amazing system, one of the most advanced hybrid, sporty hybrid system, if I can call it like that. There are so many things to talk about this car. Probably already saw a lot of videos with explanation about how this hybrid system work, and in this video we will drive the car. I will give you the feedback on how it's to drive, how the system work, and I try to go a little bit into the technical data, but I will have a separate video where I go a little bit deeper into the technical data and information about the car, exterior, interior. We will talk about the changes that come on this facelift, and of course in this video we will focus more on driving. But I have with me today the 911 Carerra GTS. I don't have the 4 GTS, the all-wheel drive system. Normally I have to get the 4, but the car have been sold and I have to get this rear wheel drive. That means I have prepared somehow for the other version, but it's okay because I can also review and we can talk about that. Anyway, it has the same amount of horsepower. You can see on the rear the exhaust pipes now on this facelift are a little bit more together than the previous version, so the bumper on the rear have been changed, on the front as well. Also here we have kind of the, if I can call it like that, the normal brakes on this Carerra GTS. We don't have the carbon ceramic brakes, so you can see here you have 4 pistons, ventilated brake disc and cross-drilled brake discs on the rear. Also it comes with 21-inch rims. Where is it on the rear? And on the front you have 20-inch rims. You can get also the smaller one like 20 and 19, but if you get the ceramic brake you have to get it the bigger one. You have to get the 21, and on the front you have to get the 20 and 90. Here we have the 20 on the front, and on the rear we have 21. Ventilated brake disc, cross-drilled brake discs. Here you have 4 pistons with black brake calipers. Also the front end have been redesigned. We have a much nicer air intakes, and those flappers here are active. They can close and open depending on the situation. Anyway, we will talk a little bit more in the review video. I don't want to make this video too long. Those are the handles. They will come out, also aerodynamic. They go inside the door. Let me open the door and show you. It has a pretty low stand, so you sit really low on the ground. This is the entrance, 911 Carerra GTS. You have the aluminum pedals, those beautiful sporty leather seats. They are ventilated, they are heated, and they look really good. Also they have stamped the Porsche logo here. Anyway, let's go inside. Let me leave the key right here. I have a limited time with the car, so I have to be in rush a little bit. You can see you don't even have to press the start stop engine button, which have been changed now. We don't have the classic key anymore, but the car system, it's already starting. All you have to do now, just press the brake and start the engine button in order to start the engine, but we will go there in a second. Before that, I want to give you some technical data, and then we can hear how the engine start when it's cold, and you can also hear it a little bit. But first of all, let me give you some information about the car. So the price of the car that we have here, the 911 Carerra GTS, around 214,758 euro is the version that I have with me, and we have a lot of optionals on the car, but I don't want to go too much into detail. We have Porsche dynamic chassis control. We will talk about the car. Come also with LED HD matrix LED headlamps, which are one of the most advanced on the market, and many other options, but I'm not going to talk about those options right now. I want to give you just the technical data and then we will start driving. So for the first time on a 911, a hybrid system, but it's a completely different hybrid system, and I will explain you why. It's set up quite different than other cars. It comes with a new 3.6 boxer 6-cylinder flat engine combined with an 8-speed automatic transmission PDK. The total power, it's 541 horsepower, 610 Newton meters. Top speed 312 km/h, 0 to 100 in 3 seconds. Insane. Consumption around 10 liters, but who cares about that when you're driving a 911? CO₂ emission 239 grams. Again, who cares? The drag coefficiency have been improved a lot. On the previous version was 0.32. On the new version, on this version that we have today, it's 0.27. I will explain you why. They also improved the air intakes on the front grille and the bumper and so on, but we will talk about that in the review video. I don't want to make this video too long. The weight of the car, 1,595 kilogram. It's around 50 kilogram heavier than the previous version, but it's faster than the previous version with this hybrid system. Battery capacity, which is connected to the hybrid system, it's a 400 volt battery, which is impressive, and it's 1.9 kilowatt hour battery. We will talk about that in a second. The electric motor, it comes with two electric motors, one integrated into the transmission and one integrated into the turbocharger, which is on the rear right side. Really interesting, we will talk about that. 10.9 meters turning circle. Now, for the first time, it comes with a single turbocharger electric that can recharge also the battery and also send the energy to electric motor. Really interesting. What is more interesting here on the car, it's 61 horsepower more than the old version, 40 Newton meters. It comes standard with adaptive dampers, and on the GTS version, it comes with 10 millimeter lower the suspensions, but we have also the front lift that allow us to go 4 centimeters a little bit higher when we go over the speed bumps. We will talk about that. And it comes standard with rear axle steering, which is great. And we have on this car as well the optional PDCC that allow the stabilization of the car. That means Porsche dynamic chassis control. You can see it right here, so you can also activate it, and we can change different driving mode. Also here on the steering wheel we have this wheel. Now it comes standard. You can choose between different driving modes from wet, normal, sport and sport plus. Yeah, that's cool. We will try to drive it normal first, and then from here I love the fact that we have physical button for exhaust, for example, for lift the front end, and it's very useful at least when you go over the bumps because it sits really lower and you can rise it 4 centimeters higher. PDCC, you can also switch here, but in order to see it we can go here, and you can see you can go from sport, chassis or normal, which is great. Again, traction control and hazard light, everything is placed extremely well. I love it. Also the stalk for gear selector is here. You can change the gears manually, press on M, and then from those pedals, which feel extremely high quality behind the steering wheel here. I love the feeling and the look of them. And then here you have also the stalk to set the cruise control. Steering wheel position, for the first time we have a digital screen. Now on a 911, I love that. I'm a big fan of those digital screens and I find it much more useful. It's very bright, even though outside is super sunny, you can see them very clear, very good quality on the screens. Nothing to say about that. Now, enough with too much talking, guys. It's all about feeling when you're driving those sporty cars, and let's feel something. Let's don't talk too much. Press the brake, hear this out. Let me first put it in Sport Plus. Now, hear this out, guys. The exhaust is activated. Lovely, right? Man, I love this deep sound. It's fantastic. Oh, lovely. I don't want to push it too hard right now because the engine is quite cold, but we will drive a little bit and you can also enjoy it. Let's go back to normal mode, and it's a hybrid, and normal the engine is kind of start because it work also the electric parts. Great. What can I show you? Also, you can customize the front end. You can see the torque here. You can see different information about the car, temperature and stuff like that. You can see also off-road info. You can go here and switch it to G meter, pressure, deviation, bars, temperature. You can switch also the front end if you want to see in a different way. And the cool part is that you can see even the full map on the screen, or you can see these kind of classic RPMs with GTS in the middle. And then of course you can customize the different other stuff. I guess this is kind of my favorite view, and I can choose here to have this one, and on the other side we can have the G meter. for example, just like that. And okay, let's drive it. Sport exhaust system, no. Spoiler extended, you can also extend the spoiler from here. We drive in normal, and yeah, everything normal. Press the brake, put it in drive, and right now the car is ready to drive. It comes with ventilated seats, heated seats, electronic handbrake, a lot of physical button, everything is placed extremely well. Electric adjustable seats, you can adjust the seats electrically in every position. Very, very simple. Great visibility on the mirrors. Let's drive it. Now the position of driving, it's fantastic. It's lower, it gives you that sporty enhanced feeling, which I definitely love. And also the low end position, it's fantastic, man. You can drive it in the city. This city here in Bucharest, it's one of the, probably in Europe, it's one of the worstest city when it comes to bumps and holes in the ground and stuff like that. But because you have this rise suspension, you can go also over those speed bumps without any problem, which is great. I really, from what I understand, if you get the adaptive suspensions, you can get also the PDCC. You can get also this front rise, you know, which is great. You have two options. One of it's when it uses the high voltage battery, and one version it's when it uses the normal system. Anyway, now first impression, it's pretty low, it's pretty stiff. I love that. Pretty bumpy ride around here, so I have to go a little bit lower. Now when you go over 35 km/h, the front end, it's lower again. Here we have to rise up the front end in order to go over those bumps, speed bumps around here. You can save also the position, so next time when you go around here, the car will know it has to rise in order to go over those bumps. Now another cool thing is that if you go here to the vehicle and you go to the performance, you can see a very nice information with what happened with the battery, with the energy, with the power, and this is great because you can see a lot of information. Another thing that I want to do, I want to lift this rise up, because here it's again another place where we have to go over the bumps, and those bumps here are really big. Right here you can see we have some speed bumps which are pretty high. So for those of you that wondering, it is possible to drive. I can tell you, yes it is. It's really interesting how the engine and the system it's working, because it's working in a different way. One very important thing to point out, usually, you know, when the car manufacturers, they create the hybrid system, they make it to make the car more efficient, right? To have less emission and to have less consumption, right? But Porsche on this 911, they focus on maximize the power and having a faster response and lower the turbo lag, so the response will be much faster, much quicker, and also it's able to stay between the regulation, the EU regulation, because from 2026 they have a stricter standard when it comes to emission and regulation. So that mean you will, I think we can skip this area here, and that mean you can definitely have a better emissions, you know. So in order to have such a big engines, you have to have also a very smart hybrid system, in order to use also a lot of power and still use those boxer engines which consume and use a lot of energy, plus those boxer engines are also quite high on emission, right? So if you have lower emission, you have to somehow integrate a very smart hybrid system, also something electrify, and they manage to make it in a fantastic way. Anyway, the great part is that the car have rear wheel steer and also 360 degrees camera, which allow the car to turn around in very tight small spaces. I'm not going to go with the car in that dirt right there, but it's great that you have rear wheel steer. This is something that comes standard on this 911 992.2 facelift, and it's super useful because you can turn the car in small spaces, and also at high speed it will also turn in the opposite direction from the front wheels. That allow you to have a better stability in curves, better handlings, and it's really useful. A lot of technology on the car, a lot of things to talk about, and yeah, I'll try to bring you as we go in this video, because I don't have too much time with the car. I have a limited time, but I still try to send some of my experience. Now one answer is this can be a daily driver. Yes, indeed. You saw we drive on a pretty bad situation roads with a lot of holes, as I said, and it is indeed possible to drive it. You have also this front rise, which is extremely useful in many situations. So yeah, we will go also on the highway and also on some curvy road, and we can see around there. I don't even think it's really matter the consumption too much, so that's why I also didn't reset it. So on this car it's about driving feeling and not too much about consumption, how much energy it uses, because this hybrid is not created to be efficient. So it's not created to be efficient in the way that it's focused on consumption. It's focused more on response, on sporty performance. And another thing that I can tell you about, and another thing that have to be pointed out, is the fact that, did you know that the pedal and the recuperation, the energy recuperation, usually in the hybrid system, when you release the acceleration, like right now, the car is regenerate the energy back into the battery, because they want to have that real classic sporty feeling on the car, because they don't want to lose that sporty brake feeling. They didn't connect the regenerative brake to the pedals, so the pedals will still again rise here, because we have this speed bump. You wait a few seconds, front end is raised, and then we go save, and then we go up without any problem. Now, because they don't want to lose that sporty feeling, they didn't connect the brakes to the regenerative brake. So the brakes will act like the previous version, like a normal internal combustion 911, right? Which is great. And the same thing apply. I don't know if you saw my videos with Porsche Macan, the electric version, which is kind of the same. It doesn't have any level of recuperation. The only level of recuperation it's used, it's when you press the brake. The same thing apply here. But also very interesting is the turbocharger have an electric motor integrated there, around 15 horsepower, and the turbocharger with the electric motor, it's able to recuperate the energy, send it back into the battery, or send it to the electric motor, which is crazy, right? It's such a smart system. I mean, this hybrid system, you can see it also here how it works. The 400 volt battery, it's in the front installed. You can see how much battery it is, and you can see different information right here, but it's so smart. It has another electric motor which is integrated into the transmission, which help and only help the petrol engine, right? So that's something to keep in mind. I want to raise this front end because we go also over some speed bumps around here. So the purpose of driving here on these kind of conditions, again, safe here, over those speed bumps and in the city. It's to show you that the car is capable to be a daily driver without any problem. Again, here another speed bump, going slowly, and then we will go also on the highway. I let the fun for the last part of the video, you know, like the fun part will be a little bit later. But man, this car is just incredible. So when it comes to sporty cars, I don't know if you can get this feeling in other cars. It's such a unique feeling, even though other cars manufacturers make also good sporty cars. When you're driving a 911 and this turbo, man, it's this T hybrid, it's fantastic in terms of technology, in terms of the systems that they bring to the cars. It's just so unique, and the way they set up this hybrid, it's really unique. So the main purpose why they do it, it's because they want to improve the sporty response, less turbo lag, and also lower emission. And they also let the car to always the engine to always perform at lower emission. That's the short story. The long story, it's really complex and a lot of explanation about how the system work. And now, surprisingly, when you are driving in normal mode, it's quite silent. You barely hear the engine. So even though it's angry and it's amazing, and it sounds fantastic, it sounds really interesting. It's interesting that in a normal mode it doesn't sound too loud, but when you switch to Sport Plus, and I will do that a little bit later, so wait for it, it's just incredible. Ooh, when you press the acceleration, man, the stability on the car, it's gorgeous. The way it sits on the road, it's fantastic. It's a beast. It's a really beast. It's all about the feeling when you're driving this car. It's just all about the feeling. Now, GTS view, kind of a classic. And it shows you also the battery with green down there to show you what happened with energy in real time. There are not many things to say about this car. It's just incredible. I mean, you know, usually driving other cars, I have so many things to explain and say about them, but driving this car, it's so good that it feels like it make any sense to talk about. So just try to explain you different things. You can see right here the graphic with what happened with energy in real time. So I can just recapitulate how the car is working. Like, it has the petrol engine and then 2 electric motors, 1 electric turbocharger. It's only one. It's bigger and it's more efficient because it has this electric motor inside it. And in short story long story short, the car is more responsive. It's quicker, 0 to 100, and it's more efficient. And it's indeed different. It's indeed definitely different feeling when you're driving this. than the previous version or the only internal combustion engine. It's really interesting, man. The sound, it's, oh boy. You can definitely feel how the system is performing, and it's sending the power. Right now we are on auto, but you can change the gears manually if you want to from here. Also, the car comes with all the safety features, from lane assist, adaptive cruise control. You can also set the speed from here, very simple like that. You can choose the distance between the car in front and your car, and you can set also the speed from here, for example. And if you need the power, it's here, of course. And we are in normal mode. It's incredible. Man, it's so incredible. The way it sits on the ground, it's like on the railway. It's like a train, like a Swiss train, like a Japanese train. Oh my god, the stability. So you have like 21-inch rims on the rear, 20 on the front. Man, and now the tires are a little bit bigger, so it has such a good stability. When you turn in the turning circle, man, how you sit, how the car is sitting on the road. And surprisingly, the sound insulation is pretty good, even though it doesn't have double glass. Doesn't want to make the car too heavy, that's why they didn't install double glass. You have the blind spot view monitoring, you can see it also in the mirror right there. But right here we can set up the speed again, 80 km/h, and the car right now is just using the adaptive cruise control. It comes with lane assist, all the safety features, emergency brake, and it's impressive. It's impressive. And right now, just the car, it's keeping the speed, accelerate, brake, keep the distance, and so on. I'm not going to drive with those systems because this car, it's really fun to drive, so it's not about safety features. But man, the way it sits on the ground, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And surprisingly, even though it sits low and usually it's a little bit stiffer, sportier, it's really comfy somehow. It's really comfortable as well, sitting on those seats. This is something that I really enjoy it. You can see right there what happened with the energy right now. You can see the engine, it's quite silent. It's crazy interesting. Also, they set up the car and the engine somehow to stay at lower RPMs to have a better traction at high speeds, which is really interesting. You can also feel that right now when you're driving at 100, for example. You can see how the RPMs are staying at around 1,400. So this is great. I love that. This is one of the change that they do to the car that I definitely love, and I think it's really welcome. It's a little bit crowded today here on the highway, but we go a little bit forward on the highway. We can drive a little bit faster. You can see also different informations, dynamics about the car, tires, drive. You can see the torque and energy. I think this is my favorite view with the energy because it shows me in real time what happened with the energy. When it used the electric motor, when it's regenerate, when it used the petrol engine, when it used the energy from the turbocharger, in real time, which is crazy because I love those type of hybrid information graphics. It's interesting. 8-speed automatic transmission, Porsche Doppelkupplung. Now we are still in normal driving mode. Surprisingly, guys, at 100 you don't hear too much noise from outside. I was expect to hear a little bit more, but the drag efficiency and aerodynamic have been improved a lot, and it's normal. Like the shape of the car, the way it looks, it has a great drag efficiency and dynamics. Oh my god, indeed the lag, I can definitely feel a difference from the previous version. It doesn't have that delay anymore, so it's much more responsive. It's like instant power. It's almost like an electric car, That's the thing that they want to improve. And oh my goodness, 130, you don't hear nothing. The engine is super silent in normal mode. I'm impressed. I'm crazy impressed. I'm really impressed. Let's go back here on the second lane and let's change the driving mode. Let's go to Sport Plus. Okay, I feel the suspension or stiffer, steering wheel. Oh, a little bit more stiffer and more responsive, more direct. Wow, I love it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, I love it. Whoa, you hear this out? Oh boy. Wow. Wow. And at 120, 130, you have the pedal so sensitive. It feels like you can punch in from 130 like it punched from 0. It's crazy. It's crazy responsive. It's something else. It's really something else. Oh. Wow. Oh my goodness, the sound, it's fantastic. The way it sounds, it's gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous. I love it. I don't know if it's one car on this planet right now that make you feel better than this 911. And this is exactly what I love to have in my garage. If I had the money, this will be one of that car sitting in my garage. And it's great that you can use it also as a daily, just going around. Top. You can see the Porsche dynamic chassis control, it's in sport right now. So that means it sits a little bit lower. So the suspension a little bit stiffer. It has also the torque vectoring on the rear that split the power in a perfect way. It has so many technologies, man. The engineers from Porsche are like incredible. The way they managed to set up and to make those cars. Oh my goodness, the way it sits on the curves, it's crazy. I'm crazy impressed. Wow, the grip, the stability, it's fantastic. And this is the rear wheel drive. I'm really curious about the front wheel drive, the all-wheel drive, sorry. I think it's amazing. It's crazy. Wow, I'm definitely impressed. And if you have around, let's say you have around 40. Oh wow, whoa, Wow, it's stop your breathing, man. 0 to 100, 3 seconds. It's insane. It's really insane. The way it's pushing back in the way it pushes you back in the seats, it's fantastic. I don't remember last time to have so much fun with a test drive car. Wow. Great job, Porsche, man. I don't know how the car industry can live without these Porsche cars. This car, it's a bless. It's a totally bless, man. Super fun to drive it. And the steering wheel, I love the fact that they keep kind of the same shape, the same steering wheel. It's perfect. The visibility is much better than the previous version on the digital cockpit. I love the way you have this visibility. I think it's just perfect what they did with the car, man. It's really fantastic. We can also try an acceleration. Press the brake. My goodness. Whew. Whoa. And I can tell you for sure now, my God, oh my God, I didn't have time to breathe, man. And it's reaching 100 in just no time. I'm impressed. And to be honest, it feels different than an electric super powerful car, a totally electric powerful car. It's a combination between electricity and internal combustion engine. Yeah, let me set again the cruise control here. It's the perfect combination. Oh my God, imagine that. The best electric car in the world combined with the best internal combustion engine in the world. Combined together, create this crazy machine. Boy, oh boy. Wow. I'm speechless. What Porsche did with this car, I'm definitely speechless. Great job, guys. I don't know if I tell you, this car doesn't need too many words. The driving itself, it's already incorporating everything you have to say about the car. This car, it's all about driving it and feeling the car, feeling the system, feeling the way it's working. That's all about. It's talking, all this talking. It's great to understand how the system is working, but it's all about emotion. It feels. It make you happy. You wake up in the morning, you go inside, you are angry. You're angry, you're stressed after work. You go inside this car and you're happy, man. It make you smile. I mean, it help you smile all day, like the sport and fitness and working out make you happy. This car make you also happy. After you drive it, you feel much better, much more relaxed. It's like a sauna. Crazy nice. I love it. And the response is much more quicker, man. So the fact that they install those electric motors, they make this hybrid system, the response is much quicker than the internal combustion engine. In certain situations, you definitely feel you don't have that. It has a little bit, just a little bit. It's impossible to take it out completely. maybe they can do that, but then they will make the car too much heavy if they install a bigger electric motor that can drive electric and blah blah blah, but then the car will be too much heavier. The way they set it up, the way they did this car, it's just perfect. Man, the engineers, they're so smart. Great job, guys. Love it. Definitely love it. Now let's go to sport mode. And basically let's go back to normal to see the difference. Right now, back to normal mode. You still have the power, but it's not anymore so noisy. It's like if you want to drive simple, smoothly, normal driving without that incredible sound, you just put it in normal. You still have more than enough power, but you don't have the noise anymore. Look at this, it's just cruising around here. Just when you press it harder, then the car starting to gain a little bit of power. But it's doing it in a super smooth, lovely way. And now it's just rolling. And I love the fact that they didn't connect the recuperation with the brake, with the physical brake. That's a great move, because in order to keep that sporty, classic driving feeling for the internal combustion engine fans, I think it's great to set it up like that, to let the people engage with the physical brakes. And the car, of course, is recuperating the energy, but without you to feel something. So great stuff. Great stuff. Anyway, I think it's enough driving this. I have a super limited time. I didn't have too much time with it, and I have to bring it back, so I try to make this super quick. I hope I can manage to get it in the future for more time in order to get in more details, but it was super quick, so I hope you get some info from here, from this video. For me, this is the car. It's gorgeous. And now put it in normal, you feel the difference in terms of suspensions. Are much more pleasant. You still plant it on the ground, and you can see the car, it's crazy planted. Look at this, look at the response, man. It's like you're on the track, like a race car. It sits so good on the ground, so good. You have such a good control. You integrate it into the car. It's in a perfect way, in a perfect manner. The way they set up the direction, the steering feeling, which is assisted at low speed, it's much more softer. At high speed, it's much more stiffer. The fact that you have so much control, and you definitely feel every single, again, raise the front end here over this speed bump, safe here, okay, go over, no problem. And this one was big one. This is a big one. It's incredible. It's incredible how they managed to create this 911. Again here, going slowly. I love that you have those physical buttons. It's so easy to set it up. It's very useful, because you need to have all those buttons easy to access. But yeah. That's the one. If you have the money, if you have too much money, if you need or want a sporty daily car driver, man, this 911 T hybrid is the one for you. And if I would have to buy a Porsche tomorrow, 911 tomorrow, definitely I will get this T hybrid. I don't know, I love the fast response. I love those graphic with the information. And by the way, you have here the 360 degrees camera, which is super helpful. It shows you the car from every single angle. Look at this. And you can see even in the back here, the brake, the exhaust, the reverse light, everything is LED. We will talk about them in the review video. definitely check it out. Here's the park button. If you want to go in manual, you press manual and then you change the gears. I didn't do that here because I don't think it makes any sense, but amazing car. I don't think it even makes sense to show you the consumption or to talk about the consumption. Where is it? Trip here. But the car, it's phenomenal. You see we have around 15 here, 14 here, 18 here. Now depend how you drive, but around 10 liter in a normal condition, driving normal, or more depending how you're driving it. But guys, the car, it's gorgeous. I mean, I have no words. There are not too many things to say about the car. It's kind of hard to review a Porsche because they are so good that you basically, it's hard to find bad things to them, and it's amazing. I mean, if you have the money, just go for it. It's crazy good. You don't understand how the system works and how the response is until you're driving it. And the car, it's so good, so planted. The steering, it's fantastic. Brakes are great. Man, I don't know. It's such a good car, and I love the fact that they integrate those electric motors, because the response now, it's much more quicker over the curves. And also when you start from scratch, from 0 to 100, it's like insane. It's just push you back in the seat. You don't have time to breathe until the car make 0 to 100. It's crazy good. Great job, Porsche. Great job, the engineers from the Porsche. You have all my respect for everything you do with those cars. It's just, mechanics are speechless. Anyway, I hope you get some useful information from this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Check out the full review with the same car, interior, exterior. We talk about technical data a little bit more in detail. We talk about the functions and the screens, and yeah, we will see around the car what are the changes. So definitely check out that video as well. Thank you again. I hope the video was useful, even though I have super limited time today. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I see you soon in the next one. Bye guys.